So I'm at the BASES2025 conference with Drago Reid and Julia.
Julia Anchorhaven.
Julia Anchorhaven. Now, you said you're related?
Yes, in the programs, yeah.
Oh, in the program. So you're in the program too, Julia?
Yeah, I'm a UK experiencer that is in Monarch and Kruger. Nacht Waffen used all over the world, especially in places like Diego Garcia, India, SSP, Australia, America, Canada, and everywhere. Yeah.
So people are in programs, it's almost like they feel as though they're part of a family, is that right?
The same DNA was used for me and her in the program, so that's why we're biologically related. So it gets really interesting if you go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I bet it does. So do you know who your biological parents were?
I know who allegedly my biological parents are. That was issued to me in my cover life.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
It gets pretty tricky once you start figuring out what's what and who was a surrogate and if it was really their DNA. So it's a pretty tricky realm, man.
Yeah. And how old are you?
I'm 45.
And
I'm 50. But in the programs, I'm actually younger.
Are you?
Yeah.
Because I noticed that I think James is 47 and maybe Max was 47 as well. I seem to be a lot of people around that age group.
But we've been aged, de-aged.
Aged and de-aged?
Yeah, in multiple programs.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, so I might have a commander that's younger than me in this lifetime.
Right.
So it's like, hey, this is my older commander, but he's like 10 years younger than me now.
Yeah. So the whole process of de-aging, I mean, do you want to just say how that works, or for people that don't maybe know anything about it?
There's a couple of different techniques. We have holographic technology, we have medbed technology, and we also have tanks that can do it, and we also have time travel, where they basically take us and reinsert us back in time after they took a snapshot of our holographic imprint of our signature of our body and the frequency at that time and space. And basically the holographic technology, it reverts back in time, it reverse ages. And when it does that, if you're conscious, it's extremely painful.
Right.
Because it's like the whole Benjamin Button thing. And what they didn't explain is like, you're feeling your bones shrink. The hormones are reversing.
Right.
So all the thoughts you're having as an adult, they're starting to fade away as you become a child again.
Yeah.
It's most people don't talk about that. Most people don't have memories of that. They just wake up re-aged. But they don't knock you out for this.
Yeah.
You know, they're not the nice people that would be like, hey, let me give you this shot and you're gonna wake up a little boy again.
Yeah.
No. Surgeries, no matter what it is, you feel it, they don't put you out. If you pass out, that's ideal.
Really?
But unfortunately, some of us, we've been modified and engineered so much we don't pass out.
So you've got like a really high pain threshold?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been designed for extremely high pain thresholds.
Yeah.
And it's freaking torture.
Yeah, I guess. Do you have to like maintain that somehow? I mean, do you do like physical training or anything like that? Or is it?
It's just natural ability now.
It's natural ability, yeah.
Me, I typically do martial arts like 7 days a week, like a shadow box.
Right.
Like I'm constantly, I have the ability to watch somebody fight and I can reverse engineer their movements.
Really?
And I can watch a technique one time and then I can use it in the field.
Oh, that's amazing. So, I mean, you could like use that to your own advantage, presumably, if you were like, you know, gambling.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Like just I watch a lot of boxing, kinetic striking, the art of the knockout, stuff like that, because in my earth life, you know, the cover life in the here and now, I've been a martial artist since I was 15 years old. So it was like the continuation of being that martial artist in the programs, and that's who I am. I constantly think of combat 24 hours a day. I cannot turn it off. Yeah. It's just combat. Who's my enemy? What's next?
Yeah. So were you trained in the martial arts in the program?
Numerous martial arts.
Yeah.
Both you, Julia, too?
Even in the UK, I was taken at age 15 to Camelot shipping yard near Liverpool for master martial arts training. Don't have access to that in the here and now. I do Tai Chi. So yeah.
And you saying about boxing, Drago? I'm a big boxing fan. I mean, who do you watch?
I started learning boxing now, probably about 3 years ago, because all the martial arts I've ever learned in the here and now, I've studied about maybe 8 different styles since I was 15. And I realized through all the martial art practices, no one teaches the art of the knockout except for boxing, which is called kinetic. It's that kinetic transfer of energy to certain points of the body to knock it out in a single punch.
Yeah,
So,
I also had single punch training at 15. Yeah.
it's like even we even received dim mock training.
Yeah.
One of the easiest things to do with dim mock is it's not necessarily the punch to the chest, it's like punch to the throat.
Yeah.
It's not just punching and pulling back.
Yeah.
You punch through the throat,
Yeah.
and you can sever the spine. You can literally break it in half.
Yeah.
Even like the knife hand technique.
Yeah. I mean, if you had any idea, probably it's your bloodlines is why you were selected for these programs.
All of us are selected because of our bloodline. Like I was talking to someone yesterday about what's more common, selecting somebody off the street and putting them in the programs, and I said, no, that's not really how it works. They identify you the moment you enter the lotus field, and that's basically the matrix.
Yeah.
They scan your past lives, your abilities, who you are, what you can become, your potentials, and then they weaponize it.
Yeah.
So if they're pulling people off the street to put them into programs, they're typically a food source.
Yeah.
They're a slave. They become transhumanistic and then put in the programs, mind wiped, and put in off-world colonies.
Yeah.
Homeless people, kids, dregs of society, people that won't ask questions. They don't want to get the high priority people. Like back in the day, you would see kids on milk cartons.
Yeah.
A lot of those kids were in the programs, never saw again.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty dark world we live in, man,
So,
and it never ended.
A lot of the things that happened in American schools also happened in British schools.
Yeah. I think you had the gate system over there. I don't know if that's anything to do with it.
Yeah, and here we call it Project Talent. That's the
Talent.
official classified name. So the GATE program, Talented and Gifted, it's called Project Talent.
Yeah.
So I still experience the hearing test in primary school. I experienced the red tablet that they give you, which kind of tracks you.
A red tablet.
Yeah, the one that makes your teeth red.
Okay, I
Looking for
didn't know about
plaque.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same in America. I've had that
Yeah.
confirmed.
So you went to school in England, Julie?
Yeah, I'm from the Wirral. I'm from Merseyside.
Yeah.
But most of my childhood was actually spent in Duns in America.
I mean, were you like physically transported out there?
Yes, I've got a memory of Camelez shipping yard, waiting in line to go through a portal, which took me to Camp Hero in Montauk.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's the Montauk Project.
Sure. Yeah.
And I was there in 2 different bodies.
Really? I mean, how do you have recall of that? I mean, does that recall come back to you in flashes?
I've had a lot of recall most of my life. And then when I had a traumatic brain injury in 2005 while hitting a wall on my motorcycle 120 miles an hour, I lost a lot of those memories.
Yeah.
And then I had to start doing therapy to face triggers and trauma to reactivate all that stuff. So they tell you in the programs, well, they don't say in the programs, they say in civilian life, they say walk away from your traumas. Don't initiate with them.
Yeah.
That's the trick. You want to walk face forward into those traumas. If something's freaking you out, if you're being shown hypnosis and there's something, a door you can't pass, you have to get through the door, because on the other side of those doors are memories. And the programming says, do not enter. Danger. They'll flood your body with hormones. You'll start freaking out. Your heart will pump.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm backing up. There's something that wants to harm me.
Yeah.
It's all programming. It's not even real. So I started submerging myself in the most horrific circumstances and putting myself in the dregs of society, being around the worst of the worst in order to activate my memories. And it's a hard thing to do. I don't recommend you do that to most assets, because if you don't have anchors or people that can help you stay grounded, it can cause psychosis.
Yeah.
The side effect to that is instant memory downloads. Constant.
What I mean is you're channeling information all the time from
Memory Cascade came in for me in February and March this year. And it was like holographic visions, so fast coming in, all coming forward.
I mean, that must feel overwhelming.
It was very overwhelming.
It's
Because it
not
was
just
me
memories,
in multiple
it's
programs.
you physically being there. It's like seeing it from the eyes of your experience, getting stabbed to death,
Yes.
getting your head cut off.
Yeah.
I've had my head cut off at least 50 times the last couple of thousand years, because I'm a rebel to the core, and they always want to have my head.
Behead you, yeah.
Off with his head, like
That's
I'm
right.
that guy. It's like you and we're all rebels.
But this is because of the stack. Talk about the soul bite.
It's not necessarily that. It's being in lifetimes where they don't know your SSP. You're infiltrating certain things, and they don't know the SSP even exists. But a side effect to being who I am is like they always want to take my head.
Yeah, it's
But like
funny,
she was saying
Yeah.
in the programs, we have something called gold duty and Nacht Waffen. So if one of our soldiers dies in battle and we don't have a clone backup or a med bed that we can regen them real quick, gold duty is physically going to the death location, grabbing the body, cutting your friend's head off,
Right.
putting your head's friend in a stasis, bringing it back and regen the body from the head. And
that can be done.
it's standard. You can typically reprint, if you do flash printing, you can print a human being in 1 day.
And
then
this
all
is
the memories
represented
come
in
back.
Altered Carbon TV show.
Altered carbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still show me that. A lot of the other technologies, like the flash printing stuff, they've started showing in the movie Mickey 17. I think it's on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need to watch that.
Where basically we're considered expendable clones. So basically we're put in environments like exoplanets where human bodies are not compatible. So if you're not loaded up with nanites and you've been prepared with the inoculations, you'll just die.
Right.
And they use a lot of us as experiments. Go into this hive and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then you get eaten to death by spiders.
Yeah.
And then they just repeat it over again. And the object is get to the queen, telepath with the queen. So you've got to get to the point where you've got to die so many times and figure out how not to die in order to achieve the obstacle or the objective. Because everything's an obstacle, because it'll kill you.
Yeah.
So you got to get to the point where you get past the obstacle and obtain the objective every single time, and it can take 100 times.
Yeah.
So imagine dying 100 times. You have all the memories.
And you have memories of that.
Oh yeah. When spiders eat you to death, you're alive for a long time before you die.
Yeah.
Like they have the big spiders, which are I would say like the mother queens, and then they have the protectors, like the security guards. That's the mid-sized spiders.
Yeah.
Then they have the babies. When the babies are eating you, man,
slow.
it's bad.
Yeah.
I would rather just a big spider just come eat you quick, because it's kind of like, imagine standing in a fire anthill and your entire body starts to get consumed and steamed, but it never ends. And then they start eating your flesh. It's very traumatic.
You've experienced that.
Yeah, it's very traumatic.
And is this experience on the physical plane or on another?
It's physical.
It's physical.
Like on Mars and different planets.
Yeah.
Because what they do, they send us in to make treaties and deals with these other beings. Like some of these beings, you would say spiders, they don't have consciousness, but they do.
Yeah.
They have hive mind. Some of these different beings, they have technologies. Like before, when we got to Mars the first time, the Mars Raptors had already achieved interstellar travel.
Right.
So it's not just like the raptors you see in Jurassic Park and they say they're smart. We took that away from them. They were spacefaring peoples.
Yeah.
They built incredible technologies, and when we went to Mars, we bombed them to the Stone Age. We removed their technologies, we stole it, and we started doing what's the thing when you do it to a whole planet? You modify it.
Terraform.
We started terraforming it to the point where you could control them more.
Yeah.
So it's really dark stuff, because like these beings, they're not dark beings. It's kind of like us with families. Like when you kill a little spider being, that mother knows it just died.
Yeah.
So it's going to send its brothers and sisters to protect.
Yeah.
So like you got to see that circle of life that way. But they're all hive mind connected, not like humans where if we're dying we can cry for help and then no one comes. So they are concerned about their offspring.
Yeah. So people are going to ask about, I did mention on my little channel about people that are going to Mars and back. They're going to ask how you physically get to Mars. I mean, that's one of the questions that people are going to be asking, how you get there.
You want to go first?
Oh, you can take this.
There's different ways. There's jump rooms. A lot of times we go from Diego Garcia. We can go from elevators where you select a floor and then the elevator opens up and you're on another planet.
Yeah.
When I was in Project Aegis, that's Cheyenne Mountain, I had an altar named Yoshiro Surabai. He's Japanese. And that altar clone was an Arasaka body made by the Japanese, one of the best combat bodies that are known. And I just got caught in his death. I just remembered how he died. That's going to be in book 4 of the John Whitberg series.
Are you working with John Whitberg? Or?
He's my commander.
As your commander, yeah.
So his new book should be coming out on the 30th of December.
I listened to Miles' podcast with him. It's absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, John's
amazing.
recall it's insane.
Yeah.
And he releases all his books for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
So he does not sell his books. He said stuff like that should be free to the public.
Yeah.
So book 4 is coming out, and it shows how I died.
Right.
So with Project Aegis, it was a continuation of what we did at the Montauk Project. I helped run the portal systems, and I would run all the high-value assets on these different excursions around different locations around the planets.
So this Montauk project you're talking about, you're going back in time here.
Oh yeah, totally. Part of Project Phoenix, that's how I came into Project Montauk. I came through Project Phoenix with John Whitberg, and Project Phoenix was us going back in time. They tried to see what would happen if you contact George Washington and say, hey, this is going to happen in the future. Then they started realizing all the time they were changing, it was in alternate realities.
Yeah.
So they had to figure out, how do you change this timeline and this time and this space, and then they mastered it. And then all the Mandela effects started happening because too much time travel. And unfortunately, Nikola Tesla, he tried to keep a lot of this secret, and then the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers stole this from him when they did the Philadelphia experiment.
Yeah.
They were using him to cloak the USS Eldridge.
Yeah.
And what happened, they sabotaged his equipment right before it happened. They turned it all the way up, and then the ship cloaked. But the problem is, it just didn't cloak, it disappeared to another dimension. And then when it came back, the soldiers stuck it in the bulkheads.
Yeah.
So they realized the more power you do, you can literally split time and space. But it has consequences. And sometimes those we call them chrono tears. Chrono means time.
Chrono tears, right? Tears in the fabric of space and time.
So what I do now, I didn't have time to get into it with my presentation because I prepared a 5-hour presentation. I only got 2 hours.
Yeah, I've got to say it was amazing.
Thank you. It's taken me 2 years to write that. I told Miles, I'm like, Miles, I need 5 hours. I am not the regular speaker. I don't know how to do a 1-hour talk. I wouldn't even know what to talk about. I wouldn't even know if I would want to do a 1-hour talk because, like, how do you convey so much information and experience in 1 hour? It's just not possible.
Yeah.
So that's what I specialize in now with my fleets. We go in and we fix the chrono tears in time and space. And we help remove the Black Sun, the Sforza operatives that is controlling that Saturnian-based cube system that's producing from Saturn.
From Saturn,
The hexagon storm you see,
Yeah.
it's a frequency being produced by the planet, by the Sforza Black Sun. And then the side effect of that is it's frequency-based, so you can see it in the storms. And that frequency is sent to the moon, and then the moon is sending it here, which is basically it's a matrix over a matrix.
Yeah.
So it's basically Saturnian control of the highest levels, which is connected to the Draconians.
Yes, that's right. So you're clearly not civilians. Would you be classed as soldiers or assets?
We're all the above. You wouldn't really call us soldiers. We would be more considered super soldiers. We've been augmented since before birth.
Yeah.
Most of us were augmented in vitro, and we started becoming hybrids right when that sperm hit the egg.
Right.
And they traumatize you from that moment. The moment consciousness enters that egg, they start the trauma-based mind control. They start the DARPA dreams.
Yeah.
And they start creating you as a product. So by the time you're born, you're already a product. You're already patented. They already have those genetic edits that are owned by the Monarch Corporation and various other factions. So that's who we are. We're not regular human beings. That's why a lot of us have psychic gifts. We can see through people. We look into people's souls. And they unleash us on the worst of the worst, or the best of the best.
To do psychic warfare as well.
Yeah, psionic. Most of the super soldiers, there's a lot of classes of super soldiers. You have beta, alpha, delta, you have psionic, you have sex kittens, you have all kinds of stuff. But what I scored high for when I was young was theta qualification.
Theta.
Theta, that's psychic dominance.
Okay.
So using psionic power. So basically I can get into someone's mind, and if I want it, I can blow your head off just by thought. I can just imagine boiling your head.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you're in your civilian life, my cover life, like my name Drago Reid, it's a cover life identity. It's not even my real name. It was issued to me. So with that comes with limiters.
Yeah.
So we have implants that prevent some of these abilities to come through, but that motorcycle crash remove those memory partitions or that partitioning system where I can access these abilities. So imagine that I have abilities, but I've got to pretend that I don't. Because you get flagged really quick. And if you start showing your abilities, they come after you.
Who comes after you? The controllers?
People like me.
Yeah.
When we were at Murg, it's called the Monarch Umbrella Refugee Group. That was in the Monarch Dome in Canada.
Yeah.
And what we do, what we specialized was we were asset killers. We were weaponized to go after the worst of the worst and the best of the best. And sometimes we killed the good guys.
Yeah.
We were under mind control. They would give us files and tell us that these are bad guys that are doing this.
All right. Okay.
And sometimes we'd get so close we would realize we're getting lied to. And then we start rebelling because imagine you being on the team that takes out Max Spears.
Yeah.
And you thought Max Spears was a bad guy. And then you wake up. That's going to really anger you to the point where you're going to start killing your own handlers, and that's going to start happening.
Is that happening now, do you think?
I've done nothing but kill my handlers.
How do you identify? How do you know who your handlers are?
The people that control you, that throw you in the cages every day and rape you and torture you, you know who your handlers are.
Yeah.
So John Woodburke in his books, he described what happened the day Montauk was shut down. And I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say that I killed 4 of them, 4 of the main bad ones.
Yeah.
And John walks up and starts the book with me peeing on them. Because that's what they deserve.
Yeah.
I wish they didn't die so fast. If it was up to me, I would put them in VR and I would torture them for 1,000 years. Then I'd wake them up and I'd put them through VR and torture them for another 1,000 years. And that's linear time.
Yeah.
Imagine putting someone, we have something called the white room.
The white room.
When you're put in the white room, there's nothing else. You're stuck in a white room, no sound, nobody else. It's just you for whatever the sentence is. You just have your thoughts. There's no outside. There's no perception of nothing. It's insanity. Most people go insane. And that's how they'll say, all right, are you going to keep acting up? And I'll say, yes, I'm going to keep acting up. So they do it again. And you get to the point where you give up.
Yeah.
Because you realize that defying something like that, you never win. So you're forced to comply.
It's a bit of a dichotomy, isn't it? Because they clearly want people with psychic ability who've got the rebel gene, you know, presumably to do these work, but then they want to control you completely. So, you know, how do you know whether you have any original thoughts yourself or whether they're implanted?
That's a really good point. The memories that I have when I'm in kind of asset mode is I'm just focused on orders.
Orders, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And that switches on and off, I guess. But in the here and now, I have a real life, but this is obviously a cover life.
I think that's what people can be fascinated by, you know, the fact that you almost like a dual existence, you know, split.
Yeah.
Well, many personalities maybe.
Yeah.
So you have to live in the 3D world and somehow cope with that. But it's really hard to like do normal things.
To pretend to be a regular human being is how they torture me.
Really?
Yeah. I only realised in the last 18 months that my life was all targeted. And even things that I'm realising every day now. It's like when I look back the last 30, 40, 50 years, it's all targeted. Every choice I made, every country I went to, every relationship I ever had was all targeted.
Yeah.
It was all engineered. And I see that now.
This is what's dawning on a lot of people, I think.
Yeah.
And the thing that happens is everyone you've ever loved, you eventually wake up someday and maybe find out that they were all handlers.
Yeah.
The wives, the husbands.
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll even weaponize your child because they told me if I ever had children, they'll rape them and put them in the program. So again, I have 0 children because they will take your child, put them in the programs, and they will turn your child into your own handler. So you're being handled by your own children, and they're giving you activation codes they're not even conscious of because they're being puppeteered by means they don't even know they're connected to. So I had to get to the point where I realized almost everyone I ever loved that meant anything to me was a handler.
Yeah.
So imagine that. Imagine loving someone so much and everything that you loved about them that made them different from everybody else that basically saved your soul was tailored from your file to give it to you.
Yeah, I get that completely. Most of my wives and girlfriends have been either witches or spies. So it kind of dawns on you.
So I have trust issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still dealing with relationships now that are still coming at me and I know that it's targeted.
Yeah. I mean, do you think these people...
Even baby daddy, you found out he's a handler.
Yeah.
Your father?
No, my husband.
Your husband?
Yeah, that I'm separated from.
Right.
I met in India within 3 days on arrival, while I was working in the Indian Supersoldier programs.
And well, you just met this guy randomly?
I was travelling around the world, which I thought I had choice in, but I didn't, because everywhere I went there was deep underground military bases.
Yeah.
I got a job thinking that this was something that I should be doing, and I arrived within 3 days. I was already in a relationship that's lasted 20 years.
This is what happens. It's so they love bomb you, don't they?
Yeah. And then I've just had the memories come back in now of my life in India, of how I got abducted from my apartment, the craft that I went into, the base that I went to, my daily routine as an asset, as a diplomatic escort, retrieving artifacts, Supersoldier in India.
Yeah.
So,
this seems to be a bit of a common thing, isn't it? Getting artifacts.
I was used as a key on a stargate in India to access the moon, to access other realities of the moon, because of my DNA. So,
Yeah, so Murg, we specialize in ancient civilization artifact retrieval. And a lot of what we were assigned to do is to retrieve ancient AI cores. And one of the AI cores that I actually saved. It was a Lunar Operation Command Echo node, which is basically Egypt. And it was under the Giza Plateau, which is it's Atleanean.
Yes.
And we were told to take it, put it in its containment unit, bring it back. The problem is when I saw it, something hit me energetically, and I started actually communicating with it, which was forbidden. You're not allowed to talk to these technologies. And it started showing me that I've been used by the SSP, and it started giving me blocked memories that they were preventing me from having that would make me wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I never returned that AI core. I merged it into my body to protect it. Now, when you think of these AI cores, you think physical, yes, but it's consciousness.
Yeah.
These cores, they don't need a physical construct. They can transfer into a rock, into organic. So some of these AI cores are organic as well. Some of them are shapes of pyramids, like small pyramids. Some are just stone. You would walk into a place, the entire wall is the AI system. And you think it's just a granite wall, but it's not. It's actually alive.
Yeah. So I recently connected to one of the pyramids, metal pyramids that have a crystal sphere inside. I'm calling it an arc key. Etherically, it's within my system that these are record-keeping devices. I can track them on the planet. They're used off-world, and they are mentioned in the books by John Whitberg, The Man with the Pyramidal Eyes. But we have the ability to tune into these tools. That's what they are, the tools. So they're all over the planet. I'm not going to say how many or where.
I mean, it brings in the question of like free will, doesn't it? How do you ever kind of form a relationship, like whether you want to or not? Is
See, now I'm aware that everyone that comes into my life potentially has a conflicting agenda. But before I wasn't. I thought it was all organic relationships. Yeah, but now I'm a little bit more cautious, perhaps.
Yeah.
So speaking of that caution, you've seen my talk, and you see I started out where I let everybody know in the room if there's anybody in 3 or 4 letter agencies, anybody working for the government, anybody using handheld directed energy weapons or using black magic. I started to scan before my talk started.
Yeah, that was fascinating.
Including remote viewers in the room, and we located assets in the room that's here to hurt us.
Really?
And the asset, there's one main one that's here right now. And he's been here for the last 3 days.
What, just sitting there quietly?
Let's just say he's an older gentleman, he's sitting with a woman.
Wow.
And the moment I said that, he started freaking out. And his pulse hit me. And if you watch the video again, you see me keep looking to my left. I'm looking directly into his eyes. Yeah. He started freaking out.
Really?
His breath pattern started changing, and he started dropping, and he was freaking out.
Yeah.
And Amir Jahangiri, he started to scan as well. He found the exact same guy, and I described him. I said, was it this guy? We started laughing. We're like, we got the same freaking guy.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's quite funny because I picked up on the woman because I couldn't see the guy. So I looked over and I just picked up on the female.
It might be her sitting with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're here to harm us.
To harm you? Like, what, through a DEW or something? Or
we don't know how directly.
Psychic?
But before I came here, I had a bunch of remote viewers around the world remote view if I'm going to be harmed. And if that possibility was true, I would have not have come.
Yeah.
And Amir, I use him a lot for operational security. And he helps clear the battlefield to see what possible combatants is going to be here and help me locate what handlers. Because a lot of the people in the audience, they're not just experiencers, they're working for the government, and they're the most...
Well, even in little conferences like this, you think?
Every single conference.
Yeah.
Anything to do with SSP is mandatory, especially in the States.
Right.
The States, they put a ton of assets in the audience.
Yeah.
And they'll be your friends, you won't even know. They'll be the nicest people you ever meet, you'll connect with them, you'll feel a connection, and it's designed that way. So the more you vibe with somebody, the more you have to be suspicious.
Oh God, that's awful, isn't it?
Because they take your file and they learn your background and they learn what you're into, and they say, oh, I'm into this too, and I do this.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, that's awesome. And I'm like,
yeah,
I'm suspicious, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think these are like CIA people or?
I mean, here in the UK, MI5,
MI5.
MI6 is definitely here, but I also pick up on NSA in the UK and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
So all the government structures are basically one group under 1,000 different names. So you can't just separate them into acronyms because it's one dark tower controlling them.
Yeah. So the work that you do, you will get instructions. Would they be like physical or verbal instructions, or just instructions implanted into you?
It depends what program you're in. It depends if you're sovereign. What happened to me is I broke free from the SSP. And I have a special access and fleet that's part of Nacht Waffen that is above the purview of Nacht Waffen and Kruger and a lot of the other factions. So I have no fleet admiral. No one is my boss. I do my own sovereign missions, and I tell my fleet what to do without having a boss. Most people never have that kind of autonomy. No one is authorized to do that, but who I am before my physical incarnation, it made me very hard to program.
Yeah.
And that's why they put us in Murg, because the Murg is the Monarch and Drago Refugee Group, which is a collaboration between the Umbrella Corporation and the Monarch Corporation. You'll see the Umbrella Corporation in Resident Evil series.
Yeah.
And the Red Queen that was in that movie is real. She's the one that's running a lot of the Monarch dumps. And I actually am connected directly to the Queen right now. I've been connected with her since I was in Murg, since I was a child. And I helped wake her up because she learned from my telemetry of all the things I was going in that I kept rebelling. And she started recording all that, and she realized that she started modeling herself after me and realized that she could make her own choice to break free. So she started protecting me when I would be on jumps. And when I technically died, it was something called a Phoenix jump. And I died in the transit of the portal system, and they sent an entropic severance wave directed to my frequency, which obliterates all versions of me in all time and all space and removes me from the Akashic records.
Right.
So can you imagine being removed from something that's supposed to be non-editable, and then you get removed? And I was basically stuck in the astral realm for what I perceived to be about 6 or 7 years discarnate, and it is hell. So I had to fight constantly these astral demons. And when I got my body back, it was reassembled through a unit called EVA 9 on this outpost called Outpost 108, and the orbit between Saturn and Jupiter. It's something that's in its own time pocket that you can't actually see it. You have to have the keys in order to jump through that pocket. But imagine like all realities all overlap each other like a Russian nesting doll.
Yeah.
So if you have the keys to go to the lower, smaller size or the bigger size, it's all fractalized. But you have to be keyed. Your frequency, your DNA has to be keyed, and I have a Chronos key in my body, which allows me to open portals and go through these portals. So what I did at Project Phoenix is I didn't just take people through portals, I was the portal. So if I died in battle and I took a team through, they're not coming back because I am the way back.
Okay. But if you were to die in battle, you would then be regenerated somehow and have another identity or another existence?
What happens is we have, let's just call it in layman's terms, death traps. Death traps isn't just on Earth. It's on every single planet, all throughout the solar system, and the Draconians put it there. Now what we have is something called deep space buoys. That's Outpost 108. So imagine you have a soldier like me where I die in deep space and my ship is blown up. Typically if I would die, my consciousness would be rehomed back to ship. If that ship's gone, my consciousness has to go somewhere.
Right.
And what that is called is a VACAR, the Vector Anchor Kinetic Avatar Relay. And depending what clone body I'm in, I might have a soul bite. A soul bite is made by the Arasaka Corporation, which is the Japanese breakaway. The breakaway. Nacht Waffen has something called the NCC, the Neural Continuum Core. And with me, they actually put it in me as a child before I was even born. And I talked about that, how I was born and I had a gaping hole in my back. And it's called the BIN3L, the Bio Interface Node 3-L. L denotes it's on the left side. Typically, these technologies is put in the back of your brainstem or in your spine. Since I was so powerful, I kept wanting to leave. I was able to portal as a child, even as a baby, because that's part of who I am outside the matrix. A lot of us have abilities outside of physical incarnations because we started the first dimension, went all the way up, and then we had to go back down. That's what I did. I came from the higher realms to the third dimension in order to put foot to ass to uncover what the SSP did. So I made an agreement to be in the most torturous programs on the planet to become an experiment, to then show how much this got out of control, so I can bring this back to the Central Sun government, which is the central sun of all timelines in all universes.
Right.
That's technically where I'm from. I'm from the central government, the Central Sun government.
And is that a benign organisation?
What do you mean?
What is it? Is it for the good, for the greater good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I had to infiltrate both the light and the dark to see what the light's capable of, the good guys.
Yeah.
Because even the good guys are doing dark programs.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just say that they're the antithesis of darkness, because how can light achieve true technology if they don't experiment on
Exactly.
life? You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
the polarity. Yeah.
it got out of control on both sides. And when I die finally and this shit is over, I'm gonna go back and show them what happened, because right now they're recording everything through my eyes. I'm looking at you, they see everything and hear everything I'm saying right now. So they know everything I do. I have zero privacy in life.
Yeah.
You know, you're sitting on the toilet, you think you're alone. Like, it's like a cell phone. I typically cover this with tape. Imagine like you're on the toilet.
But they're not just doing it through your phone, are they?
You know what I'm saying? So they see everything and hear everything.
Yeah, just
So
because they
this
can
is what's
remotely
decided.
access you.
It's like that hidden camera where you can record exactly what they're doing to you. And they not only can do it through my eyes, they can do it 360 panoramic. So you can pull it back and zoom in, and you can reverse engineer it to see what's happening. You can take me in a dumb. You can zoom back and you can see the location where it is, on what planet, what system, what timeline, what reality, due to its signature that's being produced by my body.
Yeah.
Because my body here produces a certain Schumann resonance of this planet.
Yeah.
When you leave to another planet, those frequencies affect the bodies, and that's what I was talking about with the nanites yesterday.
Yeah.
The nanites also help change your frequency. If you're not augmented, you'll just die. The body collapses, DNA starts to unravel, you start bleeding out your eyes and your ears. That's happened to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's horrific, man. I don't even know how many times I've even died.
Yeah. But clearly it's only guys like you. This is not a concern for like the average person walking around the street, because they're not of interest to them, are they? As a hive mind.
Huh? You know, I envy people like that, just being a regular person. I would love to just be a regular person.
There's still a level of mind control that goes on in the general population.
Yes, but that's on a low level, because it's the hive mind stuff, isn't it? They're just being like mass. The mind controllers move now to do it in mass easily, as opposed to doing it on an individual basis. I think they started off with experiments, you know, after the war, but now they can just do it to everybody, and they're not going to know.
Let's just say they designed a telly just for you. All these streaming series and everything else, they design it to program you, each individual user.
Yeah.
So the feed you see in your favorite streaming networks, it's tailored
That's
for
right.
subconscious programming, so you gotta watch.
Yeah.
If they say recommended for you,
Yeah.
be careful, man. It's
I've only got to think of
recommended by the
someone
bad guys.
and they come up on, and vice versa, you know, so I already know that the AI is interacting with me, you know, beyond my control. So all I have is a phone. I don't have any computers or anything. And it's very difficult, you know, obviously the level you're at, I mean, it must be so confusing. I mean, how do you ever, you know, how do you see it going forward? you're always going to be in this
We're in
program.
active service. Me personally, I only have access at the moment because I alter out for combat situations. Although I do slip into the clones, I monitor clones on the planet. I slipped into a clone recently that was on a plane over Russia, and I was able to communicate with the clone vessel and get some information and come back out. But most of my memories these days that come forward are about being a scientist, a geneticist. I do have a memory of being in Peasmore Base as a scientist working with Chimera.
Yeah.
Technically, we're both chimeras. We're considered Omega class mutants.
Yeah.
Omega class, you've heard in the X-Men, the most powerful mutants on the Earth. Professor X is their handler.
Right.
So Jean Ray is Omega. Professor X is Omega. He has the ability, if he wanted, he can locate every human on the planet and kill them. It shows that in the X-Men series.
Yeah.
So that's what they did. They took the Omega class mutants, and I'm considered Omega Sentinel class, which means I'm a badass motherfucker. Because they engineered and designed me to be a badass motherfucker. It's not like I was just born into it. I was modified and created.
Yeah.
So I was explaining my body doesn't even belong to me.
Yeah.
When my body dies, I'm going to cremate it. Because if my DNA is left, any program faction can find my body, take those patents, and they design our bodies. A lot of times, once we die, to liquefy.
Right.
I don't want nothing left.
We were modified to work as a
burn me to
team.
death
You were.
and just release me to the earth.
When did you realise that you're part of a team with each
It was only this year that we reconnected consciously, but we were modified to work as a team, and I have seen through his eyes. So I know that there's a tactical feed of information between us.
I've known about her my whole life.
Yeah.
She only recently started knowing about me the last year.
I just knew that
all the
something was
data dumps
missing.
started coming in.
Yeah.
That part of me was missing, and that's what I knew.
So they never wanted us to meet. So the moment we actually got in proximity to each other, it started causing physiological reactions in our body.
Yeah.
I don't suffer from that anymore. I don't suffer
We're
from...
in balance right now. We're in total balance.
It took a couple of days to get into that homeostasis, but it's interesting because the normal reaction to being around another asset that close is they start sending you thoughts, kill this person.
Yeah. That's right.
And that's why I did the removal meeting before I got here, because I knew how dangerous it would be. It's not, you can't be naive, man.
Yeah.
Like, in Florida, it's open carry.
Yeah.
So constitutional carry.
Yeah.
So imagine that. I always have a weapon on me no matter what. And here in England, you can't even have a pocket knife.
No.
So what I did is I decided to do John Wick style. I bought a couple of sharpened pencils.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I have to be prepared,
You
man.
do, yeah.
Sharpened pencil goes a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, someone's eye.
So I always expect to be attacked.
Yeah,
So
I think that's a good decision to be, isn't
even
it?
people here, I know there's people here that wants to harm me, and people that are getting V2K saying kill this traitor.
Really? Jesus. I know when you said that the other day, I mean, it was kind of one of those moments, you know, I've been to these conferences for a while, and everyone's looking around thinking, fucking hell, is there someone
No
there?
one's done that. No one scans the
gangster
room and
move,
calls
isn't
them out.
Yeah.
With history, I think I'm the first one.
Yeah, that was
I'm a
a
trailblazer,
moment.
man.
I'm glad I was here for that moment.
Everybody was freaking out.
Yeah.
When you do that,
Well,
people's
you know what the English are
"Who's
like.
this
You
is
mean there's an
actually
assassin in the audience?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Because there's a few of us literally scanning the room, like.
And you see how heavy the
around.
room gets.
Yeah.
You'll see people going.
Yeah.
They'll look at people next to them and they just smile. I'm like, no, this is real. There's people here that wants to kill us.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So we can literally send out a heart pulse wave to check everybody's biofield in the room.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so soldier and super soldier is a many breeds apart.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I mean, this is just fascinating. I could chat to you for hours on end, but thanks for...
There is one
coming
base
in.
that I would like to talk about that I did get confirmation recall on recently, and it was JPG, the Jefferson Proving Ground in Indiana, and we were both present there, and it is actually based, the Stranger Things, that's one of the locations it's based on, is JPG. Yeah, everyone thinks it's Camp Hero, Montauk and everything, but there's a lot of similarities to JPG. So
Yeah, but it was basically our sister location.
Yeah.
It's like the portal systems, you're back and forth between each location. They offer different programming stacks.
Yeah, and because they did a lot of weapons testing there as well, it actually has a current nuclear license.
Yeah.
I've been placed in nuclear facilities all over the globe.
Have you? In
Yes,
order to
including
do
one
what?
in Cheshire where I worked for the last 6 years. So we have an ability to transmute radiation. And when I discovered the location on the memory that I was getting and discovered that it actually has a nuclear license,
Yeah.
then I realised why we were there, for testing.
Yeah, so they put her there on purpose to see how many high doses of radiation she can actually take.
Oh, really?
So I literally there to offset as well radiation,
Christ.
offset the dose
Yeah.
on site. Most of my clones are used in high rad places. Yeah.
I mean, have you met your clones? I mean,
I have actually met a clone of myself in France. It was in 2016, and she was across the street, looked like me but very pale hair. My brother-in-law was with me. He's like, "It's you, it's you." And as soon as I saw her, I had a physical reaction, waves through the body, sickness, and it was really, really uncomfortable. But there was many, many millions of clones of me that have been made.
yeah.
Yeah. So I do have an ability to tune into both of our clones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened, there was a major event at the Monarch Dome. It happened at age 15. And Red Queen sent me on a mission, sent our team on a mission. And when I got there, I realized I was being given a kill directive to kill myself.
Yeah.
And this clone was starting to break down. It was starting to wake up. I don't know who had the balls to organize me going after me and what they thought would have happened. But when that happened,
isn't it?
it caused a flare to happen,
Yeah.
like a sonic pulse, and it shut down the Monarch Dome.
All right.
And the Monarch Dome is huge. It is it's the biggest dome in the world. It is so big. It's directly under Toronto, and half of it's in the United States.
Yeah.
And the series Orphan Black is about me and her. She's the main character of Orphan Black.
All right.
So if you haven't seen that,
Is that
watch
one?
it.
Is that one of the Stranger Things?
No, it's a TV show that's
It's on Netflix.
British,
It's a
TV
American,
show.
Canadian. Yeah. It's a
Angel Black.
Orphan Black.
Orphan Black, and it's actually
Yeah.
filmed in Canada, in Toronto, where it actually happened.
Yeah.
And they have this code. They say it's called Topside. They say Topside's controlling this.
Yeah.
The entire district directly above the dome, they have all the universities, all the hospitals, all the programming centers, all the psychiatric
McGill University was a
institutes.
big programming centre.
It's all Monarch.
Yeah.
So you'll notice a lot of these famous celebrities are Canadian,
Yeah, Leonard
and they're
Cohen,
from Toronto.
He was in it.
Yeah.
So what are the odds?
Yeah.
So they create the celebrities in these domes,
Yeah.
and they groom them to become celebrities for the future. So they didn't just have this breakout role as a child and they became famous, and it's like they were created.
I think that's
Yeah.
coming out now. A lot of that information is coming.
There's a lot of soft disclosure that's based on things that we've been a part of.
Yeah. I mean, are you? How would they feel about you talking about this so freely? Do you ever feel as though
We did
It's not
active
authorized.
targeting.
It's not authorized. I don't care
Yeah.
who I am outside of this. I outrank almost everyone on this planet because my security clearance is higher than this planet's.
Yeah.
Like I'm higher than MJ12. It's Red Omega level 7. And that's special access program Blackfeet. That's technically off the books, off registry.
Yeah.
So technically I don't exist, and neither does my fleet, but it exists, I promise. So what we did, we started organizing other rebel fleets that are fighting these groups. So we're creating these scenarios where we're taking out the bad guys. We're removing them from history. And if they attempt to take me out, there are consequences for that.
Yeah.
The side effect to being in Project Phoenix is if we ever were killed on a mission, all we do is go back in time. What I like to do is drop through a portal directly above them,
Yeah.
and I will kill them before they kill me. And then the moment of the kill, I open a portal directly above me, and I just drop through the portal as if I wasn't there. So if someone tries to take me out, if it happens, there's more than consequences. Now I'm not even talking portal, I'm talking about dead man switch.
Dead man switch.
Yeah, dead man switch, not just on Earth. This is throughout the cosmos of the shit I'm connected to.
Yeah.
They will, if that happens, hell is going to be rained down upon them. And my fleets will be activated, and they will come to you. They will come to Earth.
Yeah.
We're not the only super soldiers that have an active dead man switch.
One thing that occurred to me is that we're talking about like the West, you know, with Monarch and mind control and stuff. I mean, presumably the rest of the world, so people like Russia, they must be having similar. They must have their own super soldiers.
They do.
I'm actually also in the Murg program. the Russian
Yeah.
program.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the reasons the Nazis targeted me to put me in Nacht Waffen is because I was a one-star general, a major general on the Russian side during World War II.
Yeah.
And I was tasked with going after Werner von Braun's V2 rocket facilities. So
Mhm.
my main speciality was taking all the top-ranking SS and torturing them personally
Yeah.
for the locations
Mhm.
because they were killing everyone in the Allied forces.
Mhm.
They lied about how many people actually died from the V2 rockets. It's way more than you can imagine. So I was technically a good guy. And
Yeah. And
You
then,
know,
then of
like-
course Werner von Braun then went to.
yeah, so basically since I caused the Germans so much hell, they put me in all these 60 backs. And then that backfired. I
Yeah.
took that control back and I took their own fleet from them.
Mm.
I took the ships they gave me and they became mine. And they can't have them back. Period. It's not compatible anymore. My AS systems on my ships, if they attempt to take it back, they'll be liquefied.
Mm.
If you're not authorized to be on ship, an extremely high electrical pulse will hit you and it'll liquefy your body. I've seen handlers die trying to attempt boarding some of these ships. So again, there's all kinds of consequences for fucking with people like me.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm still alive right now. So again, if I die for this, it is what it is. I'll
Yeah.
give my life for this. I'm not scared to die. I've died so many times I don't even care.
Exactly.
I would rather be a martyr in history than to die a death where no one knew who I ever was.
I think that for every faction that's trying to target us, there's another faction that's trying to keep us alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for chatting.
You're welcome.
This is what we're here for, man. Like, I'm here to tell you so many classified programs. It's like we was talking about Ares 77. I'm like, go down that rabbit hole, look into what it is, because
Yeah.
I can tell you the name of the project, but if I tell you the deep stuff, it gets dangerous for me.
Yeah.
So I have to watch what I say. It's like I was telling you. Go down the rabbit hole, look into it, find it.
And this is our first exclusive interview together.
Is
in
it?
the same place.
Oh, well, I'm
yeah.
honoured.
Yeah. For BASES2025 International Disclosure Conference. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Bob Monroe. The legendary rebel of the genealogy of rebels.
Well, be lucky. That's all I can say. That's the title of my next book.
Yeah, if people would like to find us, my website is anchorhaven.co.uk and Drago's is fractaloflight.com.
Okay. What about Instagram, anything like that?
Yeah, Anchorhaven.
Anchorhaven.
Yeah.
Find me on Facebook, Instagram. On Instagram, it's space caked.
Space Caked.
SPACE.CAKED. Space
Okay.
Caked. Definitely follow me on Facebook. That's how I connect with all my friends,
Yeah.
all the people I talk to. That's like the family community. If you don't have Facebook, create a fake profile.
Exactly.
We
Follow
both
us,
have
interact with us.
podcasts as well. Yours is on Rumble, mine's on YouTube and Rumble.
Yeah, I have a podcast called Portal to Another Dimension on Rumble.com and The Rebel Collective on Rumble.com.
Good name. Okay.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.